This is The Art of Wrestling with professional wrestler Colt Cabana. It's Colt Cabana.
All right, how you guys doing? Come on in, sit down, let's do it. This is The Art of Wrestling, a professional wrestling podcast. It's a life podcast. It's a personal journal. It's an entryway to the minds, the souls, the hearts, and lives of the people involved in the world of professional wrestling. I am your host. My name is Colt Cabana. I'm a man starting the New Year's right. I'm a man starting the New Year's tight. I'm a man starting the New Year's with a fight. Oh, well, kind of, yeah, because I am a professional wrestler, most importantly, though. And we are coming to you live from the studio apartment in Chicago, Illinois. Before we go any further, this is a fan-supported and listener-supported podcast supported by people just like you. We give it to you free of charge every single Thursday on ColtCabana.com, SoundCloud, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts from. A couple great ways that you can support, rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. Tell a friend via social media. Or if you do have a couple of bucks in your pocket in this brand new year, head on over to ColtMerch.com, DigitalColt.com, t-shirts, buttons, pictures, posters, DVDs, digital downloads. Brian Danielson just tweeted out that he was writing about the Wrestling Road Diaries for his new autobiography, and then said he's back for the Royal Rumble. So if you want to see what that's all about, grab yourself a copy, either digital or physical, ColtMerch.com and DigitalColt.com. Wow, 2015, who would have thunk that we have made it this long? I mean, as the people, I assumed in the year 2000 that the world was just going to blow up, but it did not. And if you actually think that I'm recording this on 2015, sadly, it is a day or two before. So in this life where I'm talking right now, it's still 2014. Who knows? Maybe on 2015, the world blew up and this didn't get transcribed through SoundCloud into your ears somehow. People on iTunes, you've subscribed and resubscribed and unsubscribed, I hope, right? That's how that was supposed to work. I've heard some problems, but I think that's just the answer to that. Tell your friends about that. 2015, started this thing in 2010. This is the 5th year of it being around. Very proud, very happy to do this. The guests this week, two guys who were on very early episodes, and when they were on their episodes, they weren't in the formation that they're in now, but together, two of the most dominant guys in the Bullet Club, of course, Luke Gallows and Karl the Machine Gun Anderson, and two guys who have really seemed to found themselves in the ring, but most importantly, I think found themselves as in like their life drinking wrestling road partners. As what a camaraderie you will notice in this episode. This episode, which is usually driven by myself, I'm pretty good at driving them, but these two together have double teamed up on me, and this is a fun one. I think Marty DeRosa would call it a fun cast, but this is just a fun one of these two goofballs having fun at a show with me in New Jersey. And you'll like it. You'll dig it. Probably just a little preview of what they do on their podcast, Talking Shop. But most importantly, these two, Sunday, January 4th, and that's kind of the reason why I wanted to have them on, was to promote this show that they're doing, the New Japan Pro Wrestling giant pay-per-view, which is available all over the world. I'll tell you the information right now. You can grab it on satellite, you can grab it on cable. There's even an app, I think you can, if you want to watch it like that. All of the information for all of that is on globalforcewrestling.com. And to get away from the plugs, because I mean, that's not like a paid plug or anything. That's just my friends are doing something awesome, and I want the people that want to watch them to watch them. Matt Stryker, have you seen him do these things on YouTube? I mean, he in the weird wrestling boner way, he's the greatest. He's just he did these previews for these matches, and it's exactly how you promote a wrestling show. And that is no knock on WWE, because Vince McMahon said he was promoting sports entertainment. He's not even promoting wrestling. You know, there was a little bit where I was really sucked into UFC, not so much anymore, and probably in the future I will be a little bit more. But they were doing these things where they would really get me, and I would understand why I was watching the matches and the importance to the matches. And for that reason, I was kind of a UFC fan for a little bit. Matt Stryker doing the exact same thing. I mean, the guy knows how to talk. Me, I can't even say what I'm trying to say right here. Matt Stryker has the vocabulary of a fucking scientist. scientist, dare I say. And why did I say fucking? Because I'm not as good as Matt Stryker in saying what I'm feeling. Matt Stryker, watch these things on YouTube, promoting the shows and promoting the matches and making you learn about these New Japan superstars. Also, why am I so happy about this? Yes, the Young Bucks will be on there, and yes, Rocky Romero and Alex Kozlov and Gallows and Machine Gun are all going to be on the show. But TMDK, Mikey Nichols and Shane Haste, representing Pro Wrestling Noah, have done a lot, have sacrificed a lot in order to get to Japan. Go listen to the episode I did with them probably about a year ago. It was while I was touring Japan. They're on the show, and they're going to be on the show. I'm excited for them to wrestle in front of that many people, and I'm excited for the whole idea of it. Good luck to those guys. You'll hear all about it, I guess, in this upcoming episode. As for me, I was on the road this past week. AIW, AAW, and Beyond Wrestling. All three, honestly, it sounds corny, but three of my favorite independent promotions. There was packed crowds for all of them. There was smart wrestling fans for all of them. There was the correct promoters and smart promoting for all of them. And I heard and saw you guys out there, so I know that I have a little bit of a dent in on these shows, and then also just everything else. A great community around all three of these guys, Cleveland, Berwyn, and Providence, Rhode Island, respectively. And other than that, we're going to get to these Bullet Club goofballs in just a second, but it is a new year, and maybe, I should look back a little bit and see how everything is doing. Of course, I think 2014 will be known as the year of those two punk podcasts that I did in terms of my podcast. And I was very happy and very proud. Also, right after that was one with Dr. Tom Pritchard that came out about a month ago. And in putting out those three podcasts, I heard a lot of feedback and criticism, but there's a lot of wrestlers who were in that system and who have reached out to me personally and said that they found themselves with a little bit of closure to the ones that maybe didn't go on to a higher level, or the ones that, didn't go on to what they wanted to accomplish in that specific system. And they found that they've gotten some closure, I think, with those, which is something that I feel is nice that I am able to allow and give that platform for those wrestlers then to listen to and be able to come to that with their career. I think there was a little bit of a closure for me, too, in terms of just putting out those episodes. I knew when I put out the Punk episode, it would probably be a nail in the coffin of ever doing anything with WWE. And I know you would say, well, why the fuck would you ever want to do anything with WWE? Wouldn't that be a slap in Punk's face even if you did? But, you look at his wife and all of his friends, and I don't think he would shun anybody, for doing whatever they want to do. Everyone has their own style, but I always said when I started this thing, and when I got fired back in the day, I always kind of said I'd probably give myself probably at 35. That's gonna be it. I don't see it ever really happening ever again. And as I come in closer on 35, I'm not 35 yet, and as I put these out, I realize probably the dent that would have and the effect that would have on my career. And I was more than okay with it. I was extremely okay with it, and I felt that the sacrifice to allow him to do that, I think, was well worth it. And I'm proud that I did it. And I'm proud of everything that's happened in 2014. I'm proud that the schedule is consistently busy. I'm proud that I believe because of this show, the schedule does get busy because people want to see me in their town, and I'm able to do these other ventures. I have so many people to thank, but this is not an award show, so I think we just get it rolling and we start 2015 right. Song of the Week this week is brought to you by Suplex Apparel at suplexapparel.com. All right, when I was in the ring with Zack Sabre Jr. at Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan, we won our match, and then he ran over to the corner and grabbed his suplex flag just so he could represent himself and suplex the company. You think about the guys, Zack Sabre Jr., Dave Mastiff, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, even Finn Balor himself consist of this pro wrestling team who dons the Team Suplex moniker. It's a pro wrestling focused clothing line for wrestlers and fans alike. They ship worldwide. Grab yourself some authentic suplex gear today at suplexapparel.com. Now, the song this week is not a song by one of my guests today. No, it's a song by a wrestler named Sex Ferguson. Maybe you've heard him. Apparently, he sang this on the Talkin' Shop podcast. It's about Abdullah the Butcher. I'm pretty sure Rocky Romero produced this thing. Here's the Butcher's song, and then we'll be back with the Bullet Club, Karl Anderson and Luke Gallows.
Here's one for the madman from Sudan, Abdullah the Butcher. He's a cutter and brother, he's a killer. I can't believe what they did to Larry Shreve. All he wanted was to bleed. Then they said he spilled Hep C. Now he loses all his money. Can't tour Japan again, 'cause he's old and his knees. We will miss his rib shack. What a shame we can't go back. They slaughtered our butcher. Now he has the sugar. These ain't facts, just talking jack. Never said that he was fat. Abdullah, legend, respect. This man he beat, Killer Khan, Bruiser, Brody, Stan Hanson. They all bled for our man. Fuck you, Devin Driscoll. You're a joke, you're a troll. Never made it, never will. Now, son, you will burn in hell.
Slice me like the butcher, cut me like the butcher, dice me like the butcher, gig me like the butcher, slice me like the butcher, cut me.
Karl, just describe what's going on with your partner right now.
He's having a problem.
I can't get my damn shorts untied.
Well, he's trying to get undressed.
He's literally getting undressed.
He's getting naked.
I got to do a damn running in a little bit, and I don't want to wear my gear because I want to get to the TGI Fridays before last call.
What?
What was the request? The request was, can I do this podcast while getting undressed?
Do you mind if I take my clothes off? We have to do a run-in, you know.
Yeah, Jake the Snake is on this show. It's like you're almost becoming Jake.
Jake the Snake was nice.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, until you motherfucking walked away, he's burying the hell out of you. No, I'm just kidding. He's the man.
I'd like him to give you a big old give your dumb 7-foot ass a DDTs. I'd like
to see him give you one of them short-arm Clizliz as part of his arsenal, a couple of jabs.
Ain't nobody give me no short-arm Clizliz. He's taller than hell, too, as Gallows is naked.
Come on, describe what's going on
Jesus.
here.
Well,
Give me the play-by-play, Karl.
What's that called? Is it called bat wings or something? When he's been over and you can see his... Oh, watch this, though.
He scared the hell out of me.
I just tried to biff brother's nuts.
This is a penis cast right here.
Gallows has been over with his hairy ass in our faces.
I'm watching it. You know what
I'm back live.
You know what I'm most impressed by?
What?
Or unimpressed by?
What?
Is the whiteness of your ass.
Listen.
When's the last time you and the skinniness of your legs?
I think our brotherness is to the point now where you should know me a little better.
You're a pure spray tanner.
Do you think I'm going to spend an extra half a can of tan to do something that only my wife is going to see? No. I stop at where if I had abs, the top one would be. That's as far down as I go.
So you're okay with your wife is okay with the white ass.
Yeah.
Well, so now, until you turn, it's like me and Gallows.
I was coming up with a really good joke there, and then I lost it.
It's like we go on tour, right? And we get out of shape. Well, we think we show up on tour in shape. We get on tour and we get out of shape.
We get tour ready.
And we realize when we go home, we're going to have to fuck our wives with our shirts on.
That's what we always say. So listen, I'm in my bedroom and I got my wife beater on. I'm all naked. I'm all hardened up, and she's like, "You take your shirt off," and I'm like,
"No, I'm good." Or Christina,
I don't want you to see my damn belly.
Christina be like, why are you wearing a wife beater all of a sudden? Shows off my shoulders.
See, now as a single man, I have this problem, but I'll take this shirt off because I guess I have to because I'm single and I'm ready. But so when you're married up, and I say married up, not just when there's a girl in your life and you got kids.
I'm basically married.
But you're basically married.
Yeah, I'm worse than married. I have 3 kids with her.
Yeah. Tell him what you told me. You don't have to go into detail, but what did you have to do to hide to get some intimate time with your lady yesterday?
I had to put Ninja Turtles on. I went upstairs and I locked the door. And in mid-intimacy. They're knocking. And they said, Daddy, the movie's over. I said, turn
Daddy's
it on again.
pumping away.
Hold on. The movie's over, which means that was an hour and a half.
Let me tell you.
Come on, Machine Gun.
Let me tell you.
I'm saying bullshit you put on the cartoon that was 22 minutes.
Now, let me
The original Ninja Turtles cartoon.
They were the Shorties cartoons.
Let me tell you exactly what happened. No, we put him. We rocked the 7-month-old to sleep. We went into the room.
Then you thought you were gonna knock some boots.
She was sleeping. I had the movie going, so I was like, I took a nap and tried to feel her up, try to wake her up.
It's still rape even if you're married.
Well, it took 30 minutes to wake her up. So
Yeah, with your cock.
bouncing off her forehead. Then she woke up and said, I guess we can play.
And you went, yes.
So really, I got about 15 minutes of play. It took me 45 minutes to get in.
I'm sorry,
in.
to what?
To get in, well, my damn cock's so big.
Gosh, I'm right. You got a big old cock.
Is this what your show is?
Yes. That's it.
That's why it's the worst podcast in the world.
Hashtag worst podcast in history. Hashtag all bullshit.
I like that you say yours is the worst as doing the Stone Cold. Is that the Stone Cold voice?
Who? What?
What?
When?
Huh? Where?
Listen, we do a lot of different voices on our podcast, even special introductions.
Frank, get out of here, you dumb son.
Shut up, Carl. You're an asshole.
Carl makes it all the way. Fink makes it all the way to Japan.
Yes.
You guys do these in Japan, right?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
I gotta go now.
And
Damn, Fink was here, guys.
Rocky was telling me that he barely had time to do them, but I called bullshit.
Barely had time to do what?
to do these podcasts.
Oh, well, there's a lot of production value that goes into these.
Well, a lot goes into it, Colt. We drink beer and we sit and we talk.
We got to walk to the convenience and get beer. Then we got to go all the way back up the elevator.
Are you a little upset that there's no beer here right now?
Terribly.
Terribly upset.
Gallows finally has all of his clothes off.
Yeah, this was a little.
I still have tape on my hands, so I went straight to the gimmick table.
I'm looking at the clock. It's 4 minutes and 58 seconds of straight stripping for Gallows.
And straight bullshit. You want to cover something normal?
No, we don't have. I think
your listeners are really going to love this. They're not going to want to listen to your podcast anymore either.
They're going to leave your podcast and come to the worst podcast in the whole world. Ours.
Thanks for slamming the mic down as hard as you possibly could.
Listen, when I start making the money you're making, I'm going to break all my technical stuff all the time.
We can't have this kind of nice stuff on Talking Shop because A, we don't make the money that Colt makes. B,
You are the biggest company in Japan. You're about to put on the biggest Tokyo Dome Global Force pay-per-view.
Kayfabe.
Don't sit here and tell me
Give us
that
so much a boot and a stunner.
This is coming from the guy who tweeted his salary.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, use your microphone voice, Gallows.
I'm yelling so you can hear me because I put this belt in my pants so I can do some running.
You can still hear him. With Sex Ferguson, we tried to do a podcast with Sex Ferguson, but we got about 7.5 minutes in, and we got a big noise complaint. Because he just was screaming at the top of his fucking lungs.
Guys, I forgot my shoes. How am I going to do a run with no shoes on?
Don't worry, you're okay.
We're not doing a run-in yet.
Yeah, relax.
Sit down.
Sit down.
You're so anxious.
You're pacing.
I don't know if I can get some more gimmicks on.
You need to vox somebody.
Did I not just give you enough money for you to be quiet and have fun?
You don't want me to be quiet. It's a podcast.
Get off your phone.
I got to text Milky to bring my shoes, and I swear I will.
Hold on. Should I pause this?
No.
This is what we do. Like I try.
This is what you do. This is not what I do.
You're right. This is our problem.
This
with
is
our
my
podcast.
We're not in a studio apartment.
This is how he makes money.
This is my mistake of having two people on at one
Don't
time.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, usually it's a nice intimate talk. We talk about your lives. We get into it. We discuss having sex while Ninja Turtles is going on.
Here's part of the problem, Colt. You ain't come to the BSR in a long time, all right?
All right, are you guys? I think I'm going to put Bullet Club on the description. Do you have a different tag team name?
No.
Did you guys ever come up with a tag
We
team
came up
name?
with one, but he doesn't like it, so he just pretends like I didn't come up with a sweet name for us. But he really doesn't like it because I put my name in front of his. So if we
Yeah.
change it to Gun
called-
and Gallows,
what is it?
Gallows and Gun.
Oh, yeah,
I think you'd get behind it.
I thought it was called the Gallows Tag Team Experience.
It's called the Gallows.
Featuring-
It's called the Gallows and Roll Express, actually.
No,
and guess what? I'm Hoot.
It's actually
I stand on the corner and watch him wrestle. I'm so happy about it.
I'm Punky.
That's damn right.
That ain't right. That's right.
Shut up, Chad.
Actually,
You're lying.
it is right.
I was told recently that you guys have morphed into the same person.
It's gotten bad. Who's talking behind their backs?
I did some research for this show.
Oh my God, he's been talking to the young Bizzles.
You know, when I was in, I remember before Big Brother came over, I was getting hammered one time in a room with Trent Beretta and Ricochet. We
Probably
were
not
just
having
talking.
any fun because I wasn't there yet.
Well, we had a good time.
I don't believe you.
And they go, have you met Luke Gallows? I go, yeah, he's a nice guy. He goes, man, you guys would really get along, man. And then our first tour, we almost killed each other because because we had so much fun. We almost drank ourselves to death.
We were trying to show that we were both the most fun-having guy to each other, and we nearly died. I have more fun. No, you're going to have fun tonight with me. Here, have some shots.
And he has a blood pressure problem, and I can't see straight in the morning because I'm so fucking hungover.
Carl, I can't go to sleep because my heart's beating too fast. Just lay there. It'll be all right.
You'll be good.
I mean, this is a movie that's meant to be happening. And the weird thing is that, so I was thinking about this when I watched you guys. We went out at a show today and you wrestled here. And like, I think of Gordy and Dr. Death, like when they were in Japan and they came back to America and they like thought they were probably thought they were the shit. And like everyone knew who they were, but probably no one had any clue like who they were.
Oh boy, where are we headed down? What road are we headed down here, pal?
Where are you going?
Oh, the fucking phone.
Looking at us with your beady little eyes.
You little mealy mouth.
You guys literally walked out there with the IWGP Championship, which is it's such a cool fucking thing.
Yeah.
But I was trying to get at, I think with the internet and with I guess the movement that's trying to happen with New Japan, especially on almost I think about to be on TV in America. Yeah. It's like almost like people do know who you are. And you guys, there's a whole movement going on that like, do you think that those guys thought the way I think? Did you think they thought they were the man in America, but no one really knew?
Oh my Lord in heaven, did they ever?
But are you agreeing that like probably like 1% of the crowd had any clue who they were?
Well,
when they came back to America,
I think maybe people knew who they were from before, but it's like it's still split because this movement is on and it's a big thing. And I really want to talk about that, but I still get the occasional person who walks up and goes, I remember when you were with CM Punk, and before that when you're Festus.
Why do they talk like that?
Because they're dumber than hell.
Well, I think that's the split of the crowd.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's the. But God, I don't want to keep saying movement because that's going to become the lamest. It's going to be the lamest.
It's not lame. We just said it in my little promo I did for GFW, and I meant it.
Yeah.
Movement.
You like hearing yourself talk.
Oh, you're damn right. Why don't you shut up so I can get my words in?
Get Gallows on headphones so he can hear himself talk.
That's right.
He'll talk the whole time.
They took my microphone away on our worst podcast in history because they said that if I have it, I can hear myself and I won't shut up.
You have your mic or your headphones.
If he has a
gimmick,
he loves the sound of himself.
He can hear himself talking. He goes into a trance and he starts talking. And he starts looking up here. It's like like you just hear
I'm not
music.
I'm not on beer number 42 today, so I should be able to contain myself.
Have you guys back then? Okay, so those guys back then.
Nobody knew who they were.
They know who you are now.
All right, nobody knows who they are.
No. I'm kidding. I actually think that I think only the smart really. I think really only the only smart fans know. Who
and that's what I was saying. Do you Gallows?
Well, let me go the brother way with this and take it like just take it for what it is. Like I was booked to come here, and then this other promoter wanted to change my flight and bring me to the show, and I just was advertised for a couple of days as like Gallows is going to be here, whatever. I was just a guy in a corner, and I sold like literally.
How much money did you make?
Come on.
Let's talk turkey. Did you pay the light bill?
The damn light bill's good. Right. But I mean, I emptied an entire checked bag of the shirts. Like the shirt itself has become like the thing, like the NWO shirt. I mean, we're not on American TV, so it's not there yet. But I feel like people think it's like a cult-like thing. They think it's cool. They hear about it. Now they're going to get to see it. And I think that's what's so exciting about this movement.
How happy are you? Gallows. That you're a part, Gallows. Sorry, look at you, Mr. Audio.
I want to make sure you don't put me in his bullshit.
Listen, Colt, I'm a faction man. Don't know if you read up on my career. I'm a faction man.
Let's hear it.
I work well in factions.
You really are.
Is this leading to put me over? Let's go.
Is it? Well, I mean,
I put you over to the hilt yesterday on Sirius XM or whatever.
We don't give a fuck about it. We're on an iTunes
we're
podcast.
on podcast what?
Podcast one. Fuck you. Good friend Gallows.
Did you hear about
I don't know. Do you know about my other podcast? I can't talk about it. This podcast has too many listeners.
Man, take it easy.
I don't know. It's too dirty.
So listen, I mean, we all dream. Listen, Carl, Carl, I knew you in Los Angeles. You're sleeping on the floors. Yep. You know, I've known you in OVW. You were sleeping with Hoot, I think.
You and Hoot eating fireballs, damn throwing damn beers at damn speed limit signs.
And we dream
miles an hour.
We dream that something like this happens.
Really
right? I mean, this is the ultimate dream, and you guys have become a part of it. And I'm almost looking at you, Gallows, because you walked your like.
Carl and Fergal
tread lightly here,
started
friend.
something.
And he just kind of jumped in.
Kind of walked us all right
Listen,
into the hell of a
he
spot.
came to the back and was like, look at my arm, it's swollen. I was like, you sit down, you get some fucking ice. I cannot have anything happen to you. I need you.
Because I'm a great hand.
And I love you. And you're the best wrestler in the world. And I'll say anything you need to placate you. Just be okay. Okay?
I'm
Just be
good.
okay. All
Thank you.
You look great.
Thank you. I
Really
appreciate
do.
it. You want booked all next year?
Yeah.
You want a what?
You want booked all next year?
Book tall.
Booked. Booked on the shows?
Do you want to get booked all next year?
Brothers Kayfabe office.
Sorry.
I ain't no office. Just one little stupid email got sent to the wrong damn person.
All right, explain Bullet Club here.
Bullet Club, man. It's
Is it going to get like? Are you guys conscious of if it gets NWOE?
It's absolutely at some point going to do that.
It's gonna.
You know it's going to
You
happen.
have to. There's like 11 guys. In
So
there
you're
right
living it up right now to the
So we're
max,
living it up to
like
the
how they
max.
were probably.
Yeah, well, they were making millions. Let's be honest, right? We're not making millions, but
Hey.
we're acting like we are,
Of course.
and we're living it up.
Well, I feel like we're mid-stroke right now. We're mid-stroke and we're starting to sweat. But once we break out, Wrestle Kingdom 9, once we jump on this Axis TV thing, once GFW kicks off, we're going to shoot our load all over America. The Bullet Club's going to run shit.
But when's it going to go down?
Listen, I'm not talking about the negatives. I just got tweeted by The Secret. I don't know if you noticed that. The actual book tweeted me. Okay?
I saw that. It ain't
Because
verified,
it's
though, so it
about-
ain't real.
It's about damn positive damn thinking. That's
It
what I
wasn't
need
no
out
damn-
of you.
it wasn't no
So-
damn
Do you
blue
know
check.
how to work Twitter now?
Listen,
Finally.
I got a bunch of followers at Impact Doc. If you want to look, if you want
You
to
still
go to
work
Pro
for
Wrestling
TNA?
Yeah, let's
Tees.com.
discuss
Change
that.
your
Let's
thing.
discuss
If you
that.
want to go over to ProWrestlingTees.com/BigLG and pick up some T-shirts, that's on you.
Let's discuss it at Impact Doc.
All right, let's
It's time
discuss
to
the little
change it.
blue check mark, and I want to keep it.
He likes that thing.
That makes people know that I'm real.
Yeah, but I like for a while we had one and Cabana didn't have one, and I felt real cool. I
Oh,
also
my
had-
God.
I also had about 3,000.
I bet you that was eating him alive,
It
wasn't
was
it?
killing him. He was messaging me about it.
I messaged you. Did
He
I say-
hated
oh,
you.
yeah.
He hated you.
I had respect for him.
Then all of a sudden he got that blue check and he got real
None
cocky
for-
again.
none
He stopped
for me.
messaging me.
That was the time when I started going like, all right, I got to get this blue check.
Something's going on.
The second that you're in on it,
What do
I
you
got to
mean?
get.
What do you mean the second I'm in on
Well,
it?
you had 4,000 followers.
I had a little more.
I was dipping into about solid 150 at the time. But you said like,
making a
New
good
Japan
point.
made a point to get you guys followed.
Well,
huh?
yeah, it was funny. I got an email. It just said you've been verified, and I thought it was a spam thing. I didn't even think about it. I look at my thing. There's a blue check, and man, I ain't gonna lie, I felt pretty fucking
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, your dick feels bigger.
It did. I
You're-
checked Ferg's like maybe I got it. Ferg,
You got a little blood-
didn't
you got a
get
little
it.
blood
Didn't get it.
No, but Ferg had it.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
well, that's pretty cool that we all got it though at the same time. But
You checked to see if you were the only one, so you
wanna-
could big league him when
I
you saw
wanna
him the
feel
next
like
day
I
on the
was a
bus.
famous one.
Someone's verified, and someone's not. Too sweet.
that's right.
What are these bus trips like? Because now it's become
Long, man.
so. I know others like
We do 3 things on the bus: fart, fart, and fart. It smells like a dumpster.
the 3
And we
Fs.
talk all the time.
in between the farts.
Now my bus is like silent. You have to be quiet.
Ours is silent
No,
too, except for us.
So are you guys? Is there Japanese guys on your bus?
Yeah.
So are they totally annoyed by the Americans? Do they hate the
Yes.
Americans?
You know,
They hate
they
us.
don't say anything, but like we'll get into a tangent where we'll do the
voices
redneck
and all
voices
that.
back and forth, and all of a sudden I'll hear like a kind of a half laugh up a little farther up, and I hear Gaijin. It's like they're probably saying Gaijin motherfuckers don't shut the fuck
Don't
up.
shut the
Yeah, they think
But
we're
all I hear
idiots.
is the Gaijin part. I'm like, oh shit, they're fucking talking shit. on
Talking
us.
shit about us.
What
But
are
they
they-
can't say anything because I mean, like, there's so many Gaijin now that they realize that.
over.
I mean, it's just part of
Are you? Because I went into the New Japan shops and I was telling you this.
Yeah.
And I was like, where the fuck are your guys' pictures?
Yeah.
Right.
We don't get no love.
So, but in saying that, like, I put it to myself, like, oh, maybe I don't know. They're just like. Because Americans have always been extra attractions or whatever, but
Yeah.
like not like the whole part of the show.
Yeah.
But like, are you really like?
like you're making a good point because I always still bring it up because as over as anybody can ever get in New Japan, like even Ferg wasn't on all the posters, and like he was as over as you could possibly get.
Was he?
Or, yeah, as you could get in as for.
I'm just curious. I mean, I've seen
Yeah.
his show, matches and like.
And especially right before he left is when he really got over because he was a junior weight getting pushed to heavyweight status, and so the people really fucking looked at him like he was a superstar. He was never on the posters.
Never on a
Good, because
poster.
you know what? At the end of the day, we're still just foreigners. We're replaceable.
That's our job, is to make them
Come in, make them look
Yeah.
good, but they're pushing us to the moon right now. So I don't understand why they can't.
We got to
give us
damn
a
ride
little-
that thing out. We got to
Who-
sell more shirts.
Give
Who's
us a
the-
little poster love.
Who's the one that's like realizes like, oh, these guys, there's something there. We have to push these crazy Americans.
Well, for me,
this-
they definitely. I'm the one who realized it.
Oh, it's the Booker. You give love to Gato.
Is it known that he's yeah?
It's him. He's the head booker, and it's his
Boy,
idea.
look behind the curtain.
It's like I was saying something earlier. People asked about like, are you mad about this guy coming to the Bullet Club or that guy coming to the Bullet Club? And it's like, bro, I didn't have a choice of anything. Like, I don't book this shit.
Right.
Yeah,
but you definitely have say.
I actually don't.
Come on.
No.
We all know your office.
Next thing what? No.
We lost Gallows to a cell phone over here.
Shoes, I gotta go running.
He looks like, it ain't happened yet. The main event ain't coming up.
I still got tape on my hands.
That's right.
That's damn right.
I don't even know where I was going, but anyway.
You didn't have a choice. You didn't have a choice.
I don't have any kind of choice. So next thing you know, I heard like even with the Young Bucks, I knew they were coming in the Bullet Club, but like, nobody asked us or anything. It was just like you coming in.
Let's talk about the Young
What
Bucks.
a great addition, huh?
Oh, it's phenomenal. Yeah,
It's amazing.
I mean, there was awesome.
Can we say?
Let's bring it up, babe.
Yeah, your early relationship with the Young Bucks.
Mine.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember.
Him shooting
I
from
think you
the
were a little
hip.
sour on them at first.
No, I think I was one of the guys that kind of helped steer them to where we all became friends because me, Joey, and the Young Bucks actually caught on pretty good. Me, Joey, and the Young Bucks.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we got along
Okay.
well. The Los Angeles independent scene hated
They
them.
were sour.
Just hated them. It was like what's like Matt said, like Corporate Kane said.
Corp?
He walked in his training his first day because he was a backyard superstar.
Right.
Walked in, went to the top rope, did a shooting star press, landed on his feet, and said, "Hi, I'm Mr. Instant Replay."
Yeah.
And shook everybody's
What
hands.
an introduction.
Yeah, you like
I'm sorry. He was Mr. Mr. Backyard Federation champion or something like that. So he had massive heat, but I got along with him well.
Okay.
So they were like Nick was 17, Matt was like 21.
I think they're still 17 and 20.
Yeah, they look that way.
Have you corrupted these guys yet, Gallows?
I'm doing everything in my power, but you have to remember I'm a married man now. So the levels of my corruption have decreased just in volumes
But
from a few years ago.
So I'm not saying like sexually.
Well, no, I wasn't.
Well, they help keep us sane actually, because me and Gallows are probably a little wilder than the other brothers in there.
We were born with a wild hair up our asses.
Well, now with the Bullet Club, now you got AJ doesn't drink anything. He doesn't do drugs. He's not an idiot. Young Bucks don't do drink. They don't do drugs. They're not idiots. They kind of keep us, even.
That's
keel.
sad.
It's nice. I like it
good.
because we have Gallows and myself that can sometimes push stuff a little bit too fucking far.
But do you ever say what would this guy do from New Japan past? What? Because I hear the crazy stories of fucking of Dr. Death.
Yeah.
And for the ones I hear about him in Japan, you must hear him a lot because you're in New Japan.
I haven't heard a whole lot of Dr.
Really?
stories, to be honest. I hear a lot of Ming stories, Haku stories, where he threw guys through windows and
In Japan?
In Japan.
Well, that's because his kid is.
his kids there. Like Hattori always gets fucked up and starts telling Tama how crazy his dad was.
And shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, it sounds amazing, but
Yeah, your father, man, really fucked up.
some
man.
of us were meant to be 80s wrestlers. I
Right.
think I definitely
You
was.
not.
You 100%.
Yeah. There's no doubt. But I would say, do you guys feel like I got to hold up this tradition of these crazy fuckers?
I think we're just crazy anyway.
I think we just like beer. So, actually enjoy the taste of it. Not because we're trying to be cool. I want one now.
I want one. You know what I'd like is a little of the blood of Christ.
Yeah, a little.
Jesus.
What's wrong with that?
You say blood of Christ, he screams out Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I
You
was an
touched
altar boy. I'm Catholic.
You touched his heart. You see that?
Gallows, how does one be?
It's red wine, by the way. That's what we
That's
call
the
it.
blood of Christ.
Oh,
The body and the blood.
you want to kill somebody?
Jeez.
I don't know with you,
I
man.
need a little bit of blood of Christ.
I don't know with you.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's not a
actually,
sacrilege
yeah, Scott.
statement.
So we all know.
Never called him Scott my whole life.
No one does.
Actually, Scott, yeah, it was the blood of
Stop
Christ.
calling him Scott.
Are you talking about Steiner?
Yeah, that's right.
Thank
Scotty
you.
Steiner's here.
I wish. Where's he at?
Atlanta, Georgia.
I was pointing to you to give me a Steiner impression.
I don't have a Steiner.
You don't have a Steiner.
I love Steiner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you around town with him?
We always wrestle each other because we're the Atlanta main event,
I never met him, man.
Come work, Scotty.
He must
Who
get
else
paid
is floating around that? Raven?
Buff Bags, Rave, Jimmy, and Raven.
Did Jimmy still do that stuff down there?
Oh, yeah. He's the some show that I saw. He's
So,
the champ.
Gals, when you come home from Japan, which is pretty cool because, you were on the hustle big time.
Yep.
And, always doing as many independent shows as humanly possible.
Still am.
We got to pick that. Right. And over here, Carl-san is pretty anti.
Carlson is anti into the scene, but I'm trying to break him in. I had to be his booking agent to get
That's
him
what
to come to PWS because he didn't want to write an email back.
I'm saying, have you
Can't be bothered
Have you
with
tried to show him the ways, or he just can't be
Well,
bothered?
he's his own man. He's a very headstrong guy.
Listen, guys, if we can kayfabe this somehow, I got a girlfriend and I got 3 kids at home. She don't let me do nothing.
Yeah, but when someone
I'm not
wants
allowed to leave
to,
or make money or anything.
so that's the point. It's like for you, it's I go to Japan, I come home, I do nothing.
Yeah, of course I want to go out and make money. I mean, who doesn't want to go make money?
Well, but you make your money in Japan.
But I can also, but I could make more, you know. But then, like, if I'm in Japan for 3 weeks, I come home, I'm fucking jet lagged for a week. Then I go back again a week later. Do I want to get on a plane?
But
and
this
fly
guy's
to
now
fucking
on
New
the
York?
same schedule, and his answer is, "Oh yeah, I do."
Just pick me up a double
There you
shot
go.
for the 26th and 27th, right after Christmas.
What's
son's
the
a little
craziest?
older.
What's the craziest you've gone after a jet lag flight? Like the day after you get
Oh
home?
yeah, I've landed 2 tours from New Japan. I've landed. Amber's picked me up, and then we like drove 100 miles an hour at like 5:30 p.m. through Atlanta traffic to get on the other side of Atlanta so I could work.
And what? And you map it out in your head. You're like, I'll try to sleep.
I'll try
or-
to be there here. No, I don't think about the sleep. Yeah, I asked for the blood for that.
You got your shoes, buddy.
Some of the blood.
Man, Milky,
Are we
There's
okay on time?
Milky.
The main event's not out.
still good on time. We've got a tag team at 6 man out.
Oh, we're
Okay.
doing great.
I
We
think
can
you're
even
good.
know who's
We
in
can
that
we can
6 man.
marathon
Milky,
this.
can you tie my shoes? I'm just kidding.
Milky, can you get us a couple cold
I'm
beers?
just kidding, but seriously, can you tie my shoes?
But can you seriously get us a couple cold beers? Thanks.
What?
Look at those hogs. What do you fucking? What do
Cole said,
you?
all right.
I got it.
Colt,
That's how they act about on the bus.
Colt just acted like a bouncer at a club when Milky walks in with that shirt with the clam juice all over it from earlier when we were
I
out
get real
eating.
weird. I
And he
like
kicked him out.
I like to be in a secluded, private
like
area
an
with my
intimate
friend.
setting,
I
right?
do, but I guess when we're doing like a party podcast like this is,
all right.
well, only because you
right,
two,
guys, take it
because
easy.
Gallows doesn't take it serious.
I'm trying to get Milky famous. Maybe get him to be a rosebud.
Two dipshits. Rosebud me. God, if I'm ever a rosebud, I hope you guys beat the fuck out of me.
Are you guys proud of? I don't want to talk about that. That's weird, right?
Bring it up.
What are you talking
Good
about?
day,
Well, I was going to talk like
no limits.
No, of Finn.
There's no limit soldiers.
There's no limit, soldiers here. Hooty hoo.
Are those guys roaming around Atlanta? Are you seeing all those WCW fuckers around town?
Listen,
I want to see Swole, man.
it's a haven for
Remember that big son of a bitch?
former WCW activity.
I'd
I've
imagine.
bought and sold 2 WCW rings in the last like year and a half. I got a few side businesses.
What do you do with them? Ship
I
them
buy
off?
them for 15. I get somebody to fix them up. I sold one for $6,000.
Oh my god!
Who are you getting to fix up? You finding someone through Craigslist?
Because you can't
Hey,
do
listen, you think I'm going to put this out here to a bunch
Sorry.
of wrestling people? No.
But you're going to tell them you got rings for sale. WCW rings for
I
sale.
can get one. I know a guy. I know a guy who knows a warehouse.
BookBigLG at gmail.com.
Just drop me an email, bookbiglg@gmail.com.
it. Yeah, I am proud of Ferg.
Yeah, I was gonna, but that's gonna like right. That's the lame question to say.
I mean, I'm proud of him because it was good because in New Japan he didn't get a whole lot of chance to show his character maybe, and like that. Of course, that recent entrance he just did is making he's like viral. You know, it was badass. It was cool, and it was so different from what anybody had ever seen him do. So
well, isn't that what he was doing in New Japan?
well, he just started painting like for big shows, but nothing like that elaborate. I mean, it was sweet elaborate paint, but I just don't think people realize he had that character in him. You know what I mean? To be able to show that kind of like charisma.
Well, I mean, it is a big entrance thing.
yeah, it was all and like to get that kind of push right away. It's sweet.
Did you guys
Hope
see
it lasts.
the documentary that came out?
I just watched it and I thought it was phenomenal. And I think
Unbelievable.
like
You guys were supporting players.
just pushing him to the
we
moon?
were in the
huh?
sidecar just
really
dropping
were.
stupid sound bites. But the story's great. And if you are a wrestling fan too, like I think that like for him, like you're not going to mark out for something. That had to feel good. Like he's a kid who came from a small Irish town. Then all of a sudden, that's the most popular television station in Ireland too. By the way,
and just
they
like
show
an
that thing
HBO
in
or
prime
something.
time. It's like a nice send off for him.
and they showed the shows where there was like so many people, and he looked like the coolest guy ever.
Just the coolest shit. He's all painted up like that, like he was for the Tokyo
He's got
Dome.
abs. He's what like a wrestler should look like.
Yeah, and I
Opposite of
imagine,
me.
I think it's fun because they said that no one around town knows who he is, and like,
Yeah.
just that idea. And I think all of us, we walk around town, and probably no one, really honestly, no one has any
Yeah,
fucking
no,
clue
no,
who we are. But this world, like, there is a world that exists. And yeah, he's fucking like the main man.
Yeah.
He's a thing. He's a thing, and we're all doing this a thing where we don't. I don't think we plan out to be famous. He said it like it's not about the money or whatever. It's just so we can wrestle.
To say about how nobody knows who we are. I went back to my gym after being in Japan. This happens a lot, but I was there for 3 weeks or whatever. I went back and the guy goes, "Man, how you stay in shape? Never come in here, man." I said, man, just busy, bro. Just busy, stressed. I got 3 kids at home, man. He goes, "I know that's right, man."
And you're not.
Who was this gentleman?
There's a guy. He's at the gym. He's
was talking about his dialect.
He's an assistant manager. He's a good brother.
And you're not saying I was in Japan wrestling.
No, that's ridiculous.
Right.
You can't
But some
do
people
I mean,
do.
we know people who will
Well,
I
I know-
and go, I'm a wrestler.
Hold
you want to
on.
hear about it? Here's my phone. Let me
Hey,
show you.
hey, kayfabe, a little decor up in this son bitch. That was me.
Well, I seen you do that. Hey, can I get a free drink? What? Look at my pictures on the Google. What?
This is what happens. We turn into this all of a sudden.
What is this?
I don't know, Scott.
We like to do the
I don't
voices
know,
fast.
Colt.
Thank you. Chad.
Anyway, hey,
Hot Carl. Just call me Carl.
call me Dorian DeVille.
So what's the tag scene like for you guys? Is that where it's at?
The tag scene?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
yeah.
Start breathing hard, sit on the apron for a minute. It's wonderful.
Is he doing all the work for you, Gallows?
Listen,
Doc?
I said
How
there
many
were
names do you have?
limitations on what we're going to talk about here, but there are some. So
Okay.
respect the boundaries.
Sorry. Well, you just said you're sitting on the apron. And I can only assume there's one other person in there.
Laying on the apron with an oxygen mask strapped to my face.
I think it's good that Gallows is able to come to Japan because he had like the goofy gimmick in WWE, like with the Festus thing. You know what I mean? And then like you didn't get to work a whole lot as Luke, right? Did you? I mean, really get a chance to get in there and show what you had.
I was a second for the act. I mean,
Yeah.
I had matches and stuff.
I mean, so I think for him to be able to get in the ring and show people he can act, 'cause this guy can actually wrestle. I mean, he's an idiot and he's a goofy son of a bitch, but he can actually work. Which is
and you guys, I think you guys complement each other.
We do, and like we were a natural fit because we didn't know each other well. And like when I came for the tag league, like we had a match in Cork, and I think we were both kind of like, okay, this will work. Now he's had to like really teach me how the style and stuff is because I was used to my own little brother.
Did you because you did a couple shows before, not for New Japan, but did you? Looking back at those, like I think a couple for Inoki,
I had no clue what I was
you were and for Noah,
because
you just did your own thing, huh?
I did what I would do or Luke would do or whatever, but sometimes it doesn't necessarily fit into the style there because I mean it's a fast pace and the work is hard. So I feel like we're working as hard as ever, if not the hardest right now, and you have to because like the days of me just being like a lumbering big man, that's not going to get me anywhere or keep me working. So. But the chemistry between the two of us was awesome right out of the gate.
Was there something that clicked? Do you remember something that happened that you're like, oh?
I remember. Before he came to New Japan, we started texting each other and burying people, and we realized we were burying the same people, and realized we clicked perfectly.
I don't know.
Too sweet me. Oh, that's not what you're talking about?
That's not what I mean.
Oh, in the ring, we compliment each other well. Nice body slam.
In the ring, we talk to each other in the voices while we're doing a New Japan entrance, like with our belts looking all mean, and he's doing the voice he's just doing in my ear, and I'm going, stop,
please
stop. The camera's 3.
Wait, you're saying you're the voice of reason all of a sudden?
Yeah, I caught him off guard.
Yeah,
a couple
because he
times.
got me.
I think it's because you have the years there,
Right.
the years of doing the
he
same
does.
show.
So it's like and I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready for this, and he's going, oh, shut up, you dumb shit, and I'm going.
He literally looks at me and he goes, really? Really? There's 2,000 people at work and staring at us. No, I almost start losing it then, though.
Do you guys feel bad that you've taken all the 1998 cool wrestling stuff? And
No,
now
we're actually looking for more, so if anybody has any ideas.
Give us some free
I
bird
told Kevin
stuff.
Nash today, I go, if I steal any more of your shit on my entrance, I'm going to have to give you a fucking royalty check.
Right?
And he said, please.
He said, he was amazing. He goes, it's not like we didn't steal it. He goes, I love it. He's cool.
Who the fuck did he steal that from?
I think he was just being nice to me. Can you let me take the fucking comment?
Like
Please?
Scott Hall was like, Scott Hall on Twitter was like, somebody was like, wrote to him. They said, what do you guys think about the Bullet Club stealing all your shit? and Scott wrote back, he goes, I don't look at it like that. I look at it as like them showing us respect.
And that's true. Another
like,
thing
it's
too
cool,
is
you know?
like people who don't get what we're doing. Like there's a few Bullet Club haters and they'll go like, oh, they just stole everything. Well, then you don't. Yeah.
No shit.
Obviously, that's
Okay,
The point.
well, if I say, what are you doing?
It's I think we're just having fun and just doing like we grew up watching these guys do this, and those guys were so cool, and it kind of that too sweet hand signal was like just was gone. I think it was, especially in Japan, nobody was doing it. So we started doing it now, and all these crowds doing it, and all the cities in the whole country, they throw it the too sweet now, and they think it means Bullet Club. They don't know anything about the NWO. You know what I mean? In Japan,
Yeah.
He used to say, we do whatever we want. And he would always say that. And then I was thinking to myself, like, I wrestle in TNA, I wrestle in WWE. You always have a direction or something that you're kind of supposed to do. And you know that you can't stray too far from that. You can't get too cute or you're going to get in trouble or an agent's going to say something to you. He literally does whatever the fuck he wants. Like, I'm walking to the ring and he's like telling people to suck his cock and he's throwing out suck hits and too sweets. And I'm going, this is amazing. And me, like, I get giddy. Like, I want to do it too. Like, oh boy, what else can we come up with?
But without looking stupid though, because sometimes if you're cussing, you look like an idiot, kind of, you know. But I think we were the only guys to ever do it, so it looked like, wow, these guys do whatever they want.
Was there anyone? Can you think of anyone? Like, so the idea is you do whatever the fuck you want,
whatever we want. Like, I'll grab a reporter, you know, on the way back, and we just beat his ass.
He beats the shit out of the young
and
boys.
You don't have. So I saw on the film on the Fergal doc that you like were like beating up that reporter guy.
Yeah,
and like. You don't think there's no thought of yourself like I'm going to get in trouble for something.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Not at all.
Never, which is
repercussions, I guess.
Yeah. Which was, I think I said one time, I tweeted out one time, I said, I'm going to cuss after the main event on the microphone, on a live microphone in front of 12,000 people, and I'm not going to get fined. Thanks. That was my tweet.
And you're okay. Like, has there become a line that you've crossed?
Well, I have to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and put this out there now. They actually pulled me aside and said, don't cuss anymore.
Listen,
because we're going into the next
my best
mainstream.
memory of this, and I'll make it quick, pay-per-view, 8,000 people, sold out, brother. We're walking to the ring, the camera's right in his face, and he goes, I got the best fucking entrance in wrestling. Well, besides Gangrel. And then he kept, and I went, holy shit.
But do you look at it like they have no clue what you're saying, and that's why you say it?
Well, I knew that we were breaking into. I knew we were getting on Daily Motion and YouTube. I knew the iPay-per-views were coming out, so I knew there was Americans that were watching. So I know those few would think like, "Wow, these guys are
right."
Say whatever the fuck they want.
But do you think that the Japanese have no clue what you're saying?
Well, see, no, I think they know that we're being disrespectful. We're being mean. So at least they think they know that we're not being good.
We did
guys.
get
Rebels.
told the fuck bombs
rebels.
You got to be taken.
Yeah, so
down.
Gato did pull us aside and say, "Listen, we're going into mainstream, guys. Take it easy."
Please, no more.
Yeah, but that's right. But so that's the move. That's the point when shit. That's the scary point when like.
Right, you're right.
When you're mainstream and
Well,
then
the
rules
cusp
start
of,
when the rules start being put
I
on.
hope it doesn't water it down.
I think we can still keep our edge though, because we're only heels in New Japan.
I think you need to make up new swear words.
Well, like what? Give us one.
What?
I don't
like
know.
The blood of Christ.
Pelvis.
Jesus.
That's not a swear word.
Like we go on here and we just say like, I don't know.
Eat a bowl of shit. Oh, we got to make up the word.
Eat a
You gotta
bowl
make
of
up a
bowel
word.
movement. Eat a bowel movement.
A bullet club, blub,
Of a bitch.
I like all the good swear words, the classics. It's like, I like classic names like Bill and Jim and Ed. I like fuck, shit, ass, bastard, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think they meant I think when they told you
a partial Bill, Jim, and Ed. I like the Bills.
I've met a lot of good Bills. None of that I didn't
I
like.
met a Trevor, didn't like him.
It's a little off.
It's just like, what are you doing, man? You should be Frank. Your new name's Frank.
Oh, yeah, when I meet a person with a 2-syllable name, I wonder what they're up to.
Ugh, the
We
worst.
can still cuss, we just can't grab the mic, look at the TV, and say it anymore. I don't think.
All right. Hype up this pay-per-view for me.
Wrestle Kingdom 9, man. It's my 7th Wrestle Kingdom in a row. Let's talk about that. I'm tying a record for Gaijin, which the record was Giant Bernard, A-Train. It's 7 in a row, and I think it's going to be the biggest Wrestle Kingdom of that they've had in a long time. Like, they always give fake numbers here and there through the years, but I think the last couple of years in New Japan at the Tokyo Dome, they've actually given honest answers. I think it was maybe 29,000 a couple of years ago, and then maybe 35 last year. But I think this year is going to be in like the 50 range, man. And if it's not, then I'm lying, I guess. But the way the business is right now, I really think it's that.
He just luged. Well, I don't have to call you out for that.
But I think that I just think that the way the business is and the houses that we've had, I just think it's going to be really big. With Tanahashi and Okada being two of the best wrestlers in the world, like literally,
Well, how can so Americans and this thing's available in America.
You can watch it on pay-per-view through all the normal pay-per-view providers. And then there's also
on cable.
New Japan World, which is our new streaming service. I don't know how easily accessible that is to the English-speaking audience with the New Japan World, but, order the pay-per-view. I think if you're going to order one, give this thing a try, because I think that you're going to continue to want to see the product, because the wrestling's top-notch. It really, really is. And it feels like you see, like, there's Lucha Underground now. There's Ring of Honor, there's New Japan, and there's all this buzz, and there's all this new social media and all these new platforms for people to make a choice. And it almost feels like there's some kind of a different kind of boom coming. There's a buzz. I don't know if there's going to be an explosion I want there to be. To me, it feels like the business is about to change, and we've all been really waiting for that.
When I was on shows with like Carino, so I always think about it like Japanese back to America, and I was thinking about like that they were hot. 0-1 was very hot, and Carino would come back and he would sell some of his Japanese stuff, but like here and there, people would be like, "Holy shit, it was cool," but it wasn't like, you guys come. I think that's where you can get the the range of it is you come to these shows. Well, maybe you don't, Carl.
I'm an old-
Gallows and the Bucks, they go to the indie shows and Bullet Club, you're seeing them all over. It's not like I saw 01 Carino CW Anderson shirts all over the fucking, in
Right.
2004.
Yeah, and I think that's, you know how long it took me to open my arms to social media, but like all that stuff and the internet and everything. And
But it's
people
not
know
just
what
social
it
media. It's when you
is.
go to the live shows.
Well, but I feel like
when you go to the towns.
they know about this stuff in the town. Like I was thinking too, like, I've been doing a lot of indie shows at home in the South where I live because I don't want to fly as much because the Japan schedule's so nuts. I want to take my wife. I want to take my son. So I'm like, I got this bag of Bullet Club shirts. Who in Alabama wants one? And then they're buying them and they're selling them and they know what it is. They may not have seen all the matches, but they've heard about it and they want to be cool.
You
so they buy the
know
shirt.
you're
shirt
doing
looks
good
cool.
when you test market Alabama.
Yep.
And they're
They sold in Cincinnati.
December
too, which is-
27th, you can see me live in Birmingham, GCW. Anyway.
Cincinnati's a bumfuck town too, though.
who are you wrestling for?
Cincinnati's not a-
Cincinnati?
Yeah, sometimes it is. Well, Fairfield, Ohio is. I'll go do a show for old Roger.
Roger,
every now
yeah.
and then,
Yeah, he won't come with me. He's just loyal to Raj.
Yeah,
See
well,
how much power you have over
it's
him,
5
Raj?
minutes from my house.
I know.
I think it's fun, and we might have touched this on the one that the individual one that we did,
Yeah.
Machine Gun. But right, I guess all of us, we all came from these little towns.
Yeah.
It's not like we didn't come from WCW power plants
we didn't
or
come from
developmental.
NXT, right.
Yeah. Like Leatherman trained you, right, Gallows?
Leatherman's the
yeah.
man. We,
And
Roger
and Roger
Ruffin trained
Ruffin,
me.
right.
We talked about this before, Colt. Whenever you and I did one, like I never like I was a Punk fan, but I never met him because I was on the bottom of the barrel on some of these shows, like the
was getting
small
over.
towns, the country towns, like not the smart shows where like the educated fans, like I was driving around West Virginia in my Taurus,
Yeah, and I remember you tried to come to the Smart IWC,
And they wouldn't book me.
and they would have
And
none
they said
of you.
no.
Yeah,
And I was like, well, fucking fine then.
you stick to the armory.
I'll stay over here, but I'm going to watch the show for free because I already snuck in.
I couldn't get any of that stuff either, man. I was just doing. I had to do all the just the brother shows, the Roger Ruffin shows,
Yeah.
then just cutting my
Cutting
teeth.
your teeth,
you know,
brother.
Georgetown, Kentucky, for
and,
Mr. Hayes.
and there's a group.
NWA.
Is there anybody in there in the group? Well, I guess Tonga. He didn't. Did he train in Japan? But they.
Yeah, but his dad trained him. He
Honest
basically
Donnie Green.
Honest Donnie Greens from MWA in Georgetown, Kentucky. Wrestled him every week. Justin Idol. You know,
I know Justin
Zane,
Idol, yeah.
Justin Idol. You know Justin Idol?
Justin Sane went to Puerto Rico for a little bit.
That's right.
I could sit back. I could do this all day.
Listen,
and I know this. I know Gallows could do this all
Hold
day.
on,
Justin Case.
Justin Idol's catchphrase was he'd come out, catch the mic, and he'd say, "I ain't just his idol. I ain't just her idol." He's pointing at the crowd. He goes, "I'm Justin Idol." And I remember I was just starting wrestling, and I go, "What the fuck does that mean?" I don't know. So he's just an idol. I don't know what it means.
Especially when you got a his and a her, so you're saying you're inside
he's just
the
kind
idol.
of pointing to the crowd. He's a baby face. I'm just an idol. And
He
I
was
just
just an idol.
That's the idea of throwing shit against the wall and being like, I need a catchphrase.
Did it stick?
Because I see it on TV. No, but I can see you doing stuff like that, Gallows.
Yeah, the human Cadillac of professional wrestling, Dorian DeVille.
What was your like? I'm the Rock. Smell what I'm cooking.
I didn't have I used to just say I'm the human Cadillac of professional wrestling, Dorian DeVille. I remember one time, like I really thought that I was really, really getting smart and cute with my wrestling antics. So like we were gonna do this finish, and like I had to come out in a disguise, but like then I was too big because all the guys were like really small, and I was in this dingy little like basement thing. So instead of wearing the disguise, like I just turned it around. So like I had a pair of gloves on, so I cut the fingers out. Then I wore the fingertips of the gloves only. And then I wore my full gear, oil, boots, singlet, and then I cut the hood off of a coat. And then I just wore the hood over my head. So I came out disguised, quote unquote. And everyone was like, that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
No. The
But I'm
fingertips.
thinking, like,
the fingertips is the best
this
part.
is such a great idea.
You're
Like
a
people are
dumb
going to be
son of a
like,
bitch.
man, this guy knows how to get over. It's great. And they were like, just the crowd was like, and Leatherman's like, Drew, what are you doing? I'm like, you don't get it?
Yeah.
He's like, no. Fuck. Sorry.
That's where you learn.
That's right.
Not in the giant New Japan.
Now you're a big giant New Japan star.
That's damn right.
Yeah. Do you miss? What about your old tag team? How does this? That's weird. You're like Gallows. You're like.
You guys want me to go outside for this part?
You're sloppy seconds.
Well,
You're like my Bernardo.
You're sloppy seconds. I always thought it was good because you guys are like you're a mini Machine Gun. You're like a mini Gallows.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think that's a compliment.
Shaved head,
Oh,
beard
yeah.
ski,
Sweet beard.
When are you gonna get those trunks?
Listen, I keep these muscular, thick, powerful legs covered because I don't want to scare the crowd.
True, and you don't want to spend the money on the spray tan. Oh, sorry.
Hush your face.
On that hairy white
Hush your
ass
face,
we saw.
honey boo boo.
Did you have a Japanese tag
white
guy?
No.
No.
I went. I mean, I teamed up with a couple guys here and there. But,
Right.
You know, my most claim to fame was piggybacking off of Bernard.
Bernard was your first, like, hey, I got a tag partner.
Yeah, he helped me big time. You know, then when he left, and
Did you feel lost?
you know, people ask me that all the time, but I had another year on my contract, so I knew I was good. So I just was like, well, I'm good. I'm
Did
just
you
gonna
think
work
you were going
hard
to be, because they gave you a little push ski in
and-
the
I got a big push. I got a big push ski.
That was for you, Gallows.
G1 final. G1 final 2012.
2012. I know.
Right.
I literally hear it every day. G1 final.
Yeah.
I tattooed it on my arm.
I see that.
And I was excited. I remember I was excited. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
But then what? It just sizzles out a little bit?
Well, no, yeah. Well, you know, I got a big push ski in 2012. In 2013, the Bullet Club was formed, and Fur got the huge push, you know, and so I just was kind of playing second base to him, but helping him
Tana
get over.
put you over in his book for.
Yeah,
You know,
Tanahashi
that's
wrote a book, and he said, man, that the Bullet Club. He
Yeah,
said,
you didn't know that until I
said how
forwarded that
amazing
over
that
to you,
was.
by the way.
I was waiting to see if you were going to pick up the cred on that because I knew that story.
I didn't realize that was you that said that to me. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Thanks, buddy.
Let's talk. You want to talk about it real quick?
He remembers it.
Old shit to stir
Anyway,
over
Tanahashi
here.
wrote a book and told me I told her how great I was.
Is that good or bad?
No, that's right. That's right.
All right.
Colt's done.
What else? Yep.
He's
we're
fucking
done.
sick of
we're
us.
it. This is it.
Listen, hold on.
I'm
I
outta here.
need to get the rub again. It's been like 3 years since I've been on here. I need
Pro
all these
Wrestling
fans
Tees
to know that I'm
/Machine
still out
Gun.
there going. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how was those? I mean,
How's Power
the
Yeti?
whole point of just starting the pro wrestling. You were there, I think. You know, in the first in the second diaries that we did. That's available at WrestlingRoadDiaries.com. We went into
plug.
1 hour tees.
We did.
You saw the place.
I saw it.
You saw the original place because it's moved to a bigger place, and I think they're moving to an even bigger place.
We collectively, and I'm not just including myself on this, Mr. Cabana, are so brotherly that part of my deal, my handshake contract with you to do Wrestling Road Diaries was he was going to pay me, you know, whatever it was going to be, and then he was going to give me like 50 printed T-shirts, so that I could sell them at my indie show.
Of course,
yeah.
And those, I think Ken Tuccio made those the Paducah, the Good Brother
The Good
T-shirt.
Brother tee,
Yeah, I hope they
yes.
do well, and I hope they're on your.
Yeah, they're
site.
on my store.
That's a great shirt.
Big LG. I mean,
Yes.
if you want to pick one up, I don't know. I mean,
It
it's
is a
Christmas
good
time and all.
Have you heard? Have you heard feedback from this Cliff thing you did?
Yeah.
Good or bad?
I was thinking it was going to offend way more people, and I was happy that the people who actually did buy it were smart enough to know that I'm playing a character, and these
Right.
are not things that I actually participated in for the most part.
Yeah.
So, but you know, it was a little awkward because like my wife was there and she was a part of it, and I'm just saying these outlandish, horrible things.
Yeah, but
And
to
then
be
she's
fair,
like, she's like, "Did you do like to drink Four Loko?" And I think I've seen you take a gas station dick pill, and I know back in the day there were a couple of strippers, and I'm like, listen, I'm trying to sell a DVD here. Can you relax?
I'm playing a character here.
That's right.
But she knows the deal. She's in wrestling. Like that's the amazing thing I'd imagine about having Amber as your wife is that she gets it all.
Well, it's
like,
perfect. My Cardi Wrestling Road family. You see, my son's here with us in New Jersey tonight. We just travel up and down the roads. I get my wife booked now. You know, I'm just.
Oh yeah,
really, I'm
share that please. Your
really
son,
good.
what's the racket? Your son, you don't. These people aren't coming to these shows. He does what? He sells the merch.
There's a little merch selling here and there. Sometimes he may win a raffle.
He sells the tickets.
He doesn't
right?
win a raffle. I saw a brother do that.
Sometimes
though.
he wins a raffle.
I saw a brother have a son.
Do those guys get
And
this though?
he raffled a belt, and the kid won. And then it was a double shot. The next night, I saw the same kid win the belt, and I went,
Oh boy.
"Oh boy, ski."
No.
The
He
karma
went-
on that's not good.
He went ding. There
we go.
Cade.
Cade, you're winning tonight, boy.
I'll put. You know what I was doing? I was really hustling hard. I would buy these lucha masks. So I would be like, "Come on, give Sin Cara a little more of a push," you know. So I'd buy these lucha masks. I go to these southern shows. I'd be like, "Here you go, Butch. Let's put this blue one on you. Go walk around."
Right. That's the move. Well, that's
And
the
then
honky
then
tonk
I
move,
bring
right?
them back into the.
And
And you say like have
Because a
fun.
kid will see it and be like, "I want one of
Yeah.
those," and I'll be like, "Wave at the
They're
big
over
guy.
here.
Wave at the big guy."
The key also is like to be like your kid, like have as much fun as possible in this
Absolutely.
mask. Be like
Yeah,
time of your
I
life.
want it to be a birthday party.
Yeah.
Times 10.
And then damn Sin Cara fell off the damn map.
Come on, damn.
All right, bud, Carl. We're handshaking.
Thanks,
What was
brother.
that?
We're handshaking. I'm out of here. I'm done.
Any plugs?
My
You're on
contract's
Twitter.
up.
You're on Twitter.
At Machine Gun KA.
Great.
That's it.
Okay.
We're next.
At
Machine Gun KA and Talking Shop on MLW. Can we plug that?
Yeah, of course.
MLW.com, the worst podcast in history. Hashtag all bullshit.
But Rocky's he's got it to 30 minutes.
Well, listen,
ain't
it's
going
30
over.
minutes because one, Rocky's a dick. Two,
Rocky's a dick.
Rocky's a dick. Three, nobody wants to fucking hear us any longer than 30 minutes.
Perfect.
We're not carrying this thing like you are, pal.
4, we suck.
We suck.
Look, that's like a perfect go to bed. Go to bed, put that on, and then you'll fall asleep, and then 30 minutes later. That's good. It's a compliment.
Legitimate,
Or you
belly.
That's a plug.
Yeah, that's true. Or you could be on the cardio and where you're not listening, but you're watching TV,
Sure.
and it's just kind of in your ear.
And all you hear is us laughing, swearing, belching, and opening beer cans.
You
And
might hear
you may
one or
like it,
two
you may
funny
not.
things.
But it's life on the road as an American in Japan.
That's right. good
That's
brother.
very cool. Gentlemen,
Thanks, bro.
Oh, hold on, guys. At Impact Doc, and I haven't got this out here not once yet, so I'd really appreciate it if I have a second. ProWrestlingTees.com/BigLG. Merry Christmas. Go on over, buy yourself a gift, buy someone else one. It's the season of giving. Don't be a dick. Do I have anything else? If I have any available dates, which I don't, you can email bookbiglg@gmail.com. Bring me to a town near you.
get him on your show.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Bring the Bullet Club to your town.
Bring the Biz
when Carl
Quiz to your
doesn't
tents.
want to
I ain't
watch
doing no
Teenage
more
Mutant
damn
Ninja
indies.
Turtles.
If you bring us in, I'll get Carl to split his photo ops with you. No problem.
I ain't doing no fucking indies. I'm out of here.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, bro.
Check them out in Japan at the Tokyo Dome. All the information for you guys in Europe or America or North America or wherever you're at, everywhere except Japan, because you can just go watch in Japan. All that information on how to watch it, globalforcewrestling.com. Gallows finally got dressed, and I believe me, right as this thing stopped, he ran right to his gimmick table to try to sell something. Who knows what it was? But good on him. Good on him. Good episode this week. Before we get out of here, let's get into some plugs and
Upcoming events.
all right, the best way that you can support ColtMerch.com, DigitalColt.com. I got a Twitter and an Instagram at Colt Cabana. I got a very public email, ColtWrestling@gmail.com. Maybe you want to put me on your show or convention. ColtCabana.com is the website. I got a P.O. box. I love getting me some snail mail, and there's a Facebook/AOW podcast upcoming. Saturday, January 10th, the St. Louis area, Granite City, Illinois, Facebook/PWCS Wrestling. Then Sunday, January 11th, St. Louis area, I'm putting on a seminar for all trained wrestlers, DynamoProWrestling.com for that info. January 16th through the 18th, Miami, Florida, MagicCityComicCon.com. I believe I'm doing 3 days of podcasting there too, so make sure to inquire about that. Tuesday and Wednesday, January 20th and 21st, Grand Rapids and Royal Oak, Michigan, doing the Michigan circuit with RealMickFoley.com. I'm opening, he's headlining. We're going to have so much fun. Friday, January 23rd, Pontiac, Michigan, InsaneClownPosse.com. Officer Colt Cabana returns. Sunday, January 25th, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, WrestleRumble.com. Cliff and I are both going to be there. I think we're tagging up. That'll be special. Saturday, January 31st, Winnipeg, Canada, tinyurl.com/Primos Canada. And then Sunday, February 15th, London, England. I am coming back, and I am telling those guys that I am allowed to wrestle. RevolutionProWrestling.com at the world-famous York Hall in Bethnal Green. Be there. Be there or be a square. I don't know why I said that, but I did, so let me just say it. Big thank you to you at home.